Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Many movements, many news, many things to say. As usual, guys, we are entering into these final 3 weeks of the window with many things. Liverpool, Man City, PSG, more to say. Let's jump into it. And so guys, I was here with you last night, overnight, to tell you about several stories. You can find my video here on the channel from hours ago about Donnarumma, Marc, Guéhi, Leoni, and then boom, all the stories are now the big topic on the transfer market news, because let's start with Liverpool. Liverpool very active on the market in these hours, and I can confirm 100% what I've been telling you overnight. Liverpool are really considering to sign both Marc Guéhi and Jovani Leoni. On Jovani Leoni, I'm quite proud, guys, because I've been mentioning this name to you for, I think, more than weeks. It's almost 1 month. This is a special talent from Parma, centre-back, 18 years old, wanted by several clubs in Italy, but no one really reached the numbers wanted by Parma, and now Liverpool are in negotiations with Parma for Jovani Leoni. Talks ongoing. Parma idea has always been to let the player go only for something close to 40 million euros, and that remains the plan. Liverpool are not reaching that number, but the negotiation is ongoing. I can tell you, I think this is something important. There were reports in England about Leoni maybe not being convinced, that it would take some hard work to convince the player to go to England. Guys, Leoni is super excited about Liverpool and Liverpool project. So personal terms are not an issue. Leoni is convinced. Who would be not convinced about joining Liverpool, one of the best projects in the world, ambitious coach, ambitious director, fantastic club. So I think that's absolutely pointless to mention that. So Leoni wants to go to Liverpool. And now the two clubs are negotiating, so Jovani Leoni for Liverpool for the future, but also Marc Guéhi. For Marc Guéhi, it's important to mention that Liverpool are now getting closer to reaching an agreement with Crystal Palace. It's an exchange to try to find a solution. On one side, Crystal Palace want more than the 35 million pounds package offered by Liverpool. On the other side, Liverpool say, okay, but the only way would be to sign the player on a free transfer in 2026. And both sides want to avoid that because they share a very good relationship, Liverpool and Crystal Palace. So they will try to find common ground and to reach an agreement for Marc Guéhi to go immediately to Liverpool. The player already said yes to Liverpool. Contract, project, vision, everything is okay. So just waiting for the two clubs on both sides, Leoni and Marc Guéhi. But the video overnight, I think, was a fantastic indication to let you know that Liverpool are working on both and now accelerating on both. So Liverpool really busy on the market. Liverpool, once again, Alexander Isak. Many questions today. To my point of view, guys, nothing has changed. In the sense that I keep telling you, it's been weeks that despite the reports that Liverpool will not bid for Alexander Isak, that Liverpool are not going to bid again, Liverpool will bid again for Alexander Isak if they have doors open from Newcastle. I maintain that. Why? Because Alexander Isak only wants to go to Liverpool. Only wants to leave Newcastle and go to Liverpool. I remember I've been telling you this for a long time. When we had the big bomb in July about Isak, you remember there were reports about Al Hilal and more clubs. I told you, only Liverpool, immediately. No Al Hilal, no Saudi. It's not about the money. It's about where he wants to play. And it's Liverpool, and that is not changing. Alexander Isak only wants to wear Liverpool shirt. So that remains the desire on player side. He keeps rejecting new contract proposals from Newcastle United. So now he's on Newcastle to make a decision. Keep the player, but it would be obviously a situation where they have to try to reach a sort of agreement with Isak, and at the moment this is not possible, or let him go to Liverpool, but obviously they would need an agreement. I can guarantee once again to you that if Newcastle open doors to the move, Liverpool will bid. Liverpool will bid more than 120 million pounds plus add-ons already offered a few weeks ago, because that was the proposal, not 110, 120 with add-ons. And now Liverpool are prepared to bid again for Alexander Isak if they have the chance to go for it. So let's see what's going to happen there. But for sure, the Isak-Liverpool saga remains absolutely on, and this story is absolutely one to follow. The other one to follow, guys, is Gigi Donnarumma. Gigi Donnarumma PSG, relationship over. The bomba arrived in the last 24 hours, so Donnarumma has to leave Paris Saint-Germain. We will see if it's going to be this summer or next summer on a free. But Donnarumma has to leave Paris Saint-Germain because the relationship is completely gone. Donnarumma is not in the squad for the Super Cup. Donnarumma is super sad and disappointed. Very soon Donnarumma will talk. We speak in public and will make PSG fans feel his disappointment, and he was one of the heroes of the Champions League, and then he ends up not even on the bench for the Super Cup. No agreement on the contract, and so this is Paris Saint-Germain position. You don't extend the contract, well, you are out of the squad. So this is the two different positions on this story. What about Donnarumma? I can reveal to you that 24 hours ago, it was on Monday, there was a direct contact between Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain. The two sides spoke about Donnarumma. The answer from Paris Saint-Germain is an initial price of 50 million euros. Man City will never pay that, because they believe that the player is out of PSG projects with 1 year left on his contract and on a big salary. The price should be way less than this, way less than 50. So let's see if the two sides, Man City and PSG, can find a solution. They have a very good relationship, Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain, so they can try to find a solution. But this Donnarumma Manchester City deal will only happen in one case, and in that case is that Ederson has to leave the club. Ederson has to go. So if Ederson leaves and if Man City can reach an agreement with PSG on a reasonable price for Gianluigi Donnarumma, in that case, the Donnarumma deal can happen. Otherwise, the deal is not happening. Who is interested in Ederson? Galatasaray from Turkey. They are really concrete. They are talking to Manchester City, talking to the agents of Ederson, trying to reach an agreement for the Brazilian goalkeeper, and in that case, Donnarumma could really go to Manchester City. Why Manchester City? Because Pep Guardiola is a big fan of Donnarumma, considers Donnarumma one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and also because Donnarumma is quite keen on a move to Premier League. But again, this deal will only happen in two cases. Agreement with PSG, and it's not going to be 50, but I think not even 40, but I think not even 35 million euros, according to my information, and then Ederson has to leave. Galatasaray interested, working on this deal. At the moment, from Manchester United, many questions on Donnarumma and Man United. Man United made some call last week to understand the situation of Donnarumma. So Man United are informed about what's going on between Donnarumma and PSG, what Donnarumma wants to do, what's the request for his salary. Remember that Donnarumma is on a big salary, is more than 10 million euros net per season, is 10 net per season plus add-ons. So the salary is a big one. Manchester United didn't activate a deal for Donnarumma, but let's see what's going to happen with all these cases, because it's still an open story. Man City have an interest, spoke to PSG, but at the moment it will depend on the financials of this deal and also, obviously, on what's going to happen with Ederson, future with Galatasaray, in talks with the player and with Manchester City. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think on Leoni, Marc, Guéhi, Liverpool strategy, Donnarumma, Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain. Where do you think he should go? And then Ederson, Isak, of course, Liverpool or Newcastle and more. Guys, I will see you here on the channel. Remember to like, subscribe. See you soon. Ciao.